Hello everyone, welcome to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were in Rohan, in northern Rohan. Sitting here, we were talking to Horn. We had followed Nona deep into this area. Well, Nona had been following us because we traveled to the north to talk to the Lady Galadriel about our dreams, and then we had traveled down the Great River, and then we had come to this northernmost Rohan outpost, and we met Horn here. We find out from him and from the others that this is basically the refuge of people who have created crimes, who've done crimes against Rohan, but not crimes bad enough that they deserve utter banishment or some sort of penalty such as death or jailing. This is for those who've created crimes and committed acts against Rohan, but can still be salvaged and wish to show their loyalty to the kingdom and to work on getting back their citizenship. So we were over here in Stangard, and that's where we met Horn, and he asked us to meet him over here at the Cuthstan, which is the Stone of Friendship. This is a representation of the Steward of Gondor meeting Errol the Young, the leader of the Rohirrim out of the north, whenever they came down to help the Gondorians fight against the incursion of Dunlendings, and it brought them to victory. And in gratitude, the Gondorians granted these lands to the Rohirrim to have as their own and to act as their kingdom. So we were doing some questing over here while we were talking to Horn about that. The place kept getting attacked by roving bands of orc patrols that we had to fight off. So we helped Horn do that, and now he wishes to meet us back in Stangard, and that's where we are going to go. So we are going to mount up, and let's see which one. We will go with the burglar steed. And we're going to ride back over to the outpost and see if we can talk to Horn, possibly find Nona again, and we will talk to you whenever we accomplish that. If we can do it without breaking ours or our horse's full neck. We have returned to the Stangard. We also took the time to bind at the milestone over here because we were still bound at the Elven settlement to the north, and I don't think we're going to be going back there too much anymore. Let's sit here. We're going to talk to Horn and Brynstan's house. We're going to talk to Horn and see what he has to say. I know why you have come here, Gnarlo. There can be only one reason. It is clear that you have been sent to help my people fight against the Kundalor. They are the descendants of the Easterling tribe that crossed the Great River 500 years ago, and scouts report they have been seen on the far shore. They seek to accomplish what their ancestors could not, and this time there will be no timely intervention, no final hour rescue. We are on our own, Gnarlo, and that is why I did not forbid your Dunlending friend from entering Stangard, or seize the Rohirric sword she carries. Perhaps one day we will foes, and we may be again, but today I see Rohan threatened, and I thirst for allies to defend my homeland. I was called disloyal and changeable in the hall of Theoden King, but that is not so. I love Rohan. I only want to protect her. So we have got White Rager, which is a title that applies to it. We've got the Orc Cure. Ooh, I like that. There's Orc Slayer Tier 2. Gives us the Dead Slayer Tier 2. Or we can just get a whole bunch of experience to throw on it. Well, experience comes easy enough. Let's grab the Orc Cure. Okay, we've completed that. Now we are into Chapter 9, Ancient Battlefield. The battlefield of Parth Celebrant may hold some clue to defeating the Kundalor. Their ancestors were routed by the timely arrival of the Eorlingas under Eor the Young, but we have no such advantage in numbers this time. No one is coming to help us. We must find some strategy to help us defeat the Kundalar, and sifting through the site of that battle may teach us something we can use against them. Sifting through the site of a 500-year-old battle? Okay, friend. I'm hoping you're talking about tactics and not actual items, but then again, this is the Lord of the Rings. This is fantasy world where you can have, magical swords that have lasted and are still in perfect condition for thousands of years. Not to mention traps and dungeons and torches burning on abandoned walls, so it's fantasy. I have marked this map with the location of the battle. Bring it to Xerdic at the road watchpost in Parth Celebrant, and he will guide you to places he has not already searched. I hope you will be kind to him. Xerdic has been a long way from his wife and daughters, and sometimes he lets his worries master him. He is a good friend and true, even if his mind is not always on the task before him. So fuse profound relics, legendary item experience, and increased reputation with the riders of Stangard. We can do that, so we need to head to the watchpost on the road into the Parth Celebrant. Okay. So whoa. Let's zoom on out of here. The watchpost on the road. Looks like we just need to get back on the road and head to the east. And I'm thinking that right there, that tower perhaps. Let's give it a try. I also want to see if Nona is outside and speak to her. Or will she be going on ahead of us and meeting us there outside the watchtower as well? It's like a little puppy dog that you don't have to worry about taking care of it. She can feed herself, she can change herself, and she usually gets places long before we do. Okay, we've grabbed the stable master here already. Afik. We've got another gate guard. Do you have any sort of hospitality in a strange land? Well, Cerned, and he will honor the Rohirrim laws of hospitality. We've got enough stores. Talking about keeping food stores in the gatehouse there. We will not worry about that right now. We've got enough food stores that we should probably actually be lending them some to get them out of our inventory. Go visit our vault, and you need food? I've got plenty of food. Open up my vault there. We'll get that taken care of. A lot of rockworms along here. We are traveling down into territories that we have not been in before again. Other than, as I said, a very quick run through these areas. Back whenever I was on Glenoran, when I made my epic trip after Minas Tirith came in, I made my epic trip to the south here from lands far to the north in order to see what Minas Tirith was all about, and I was not disappointed in the city. Not disappointed. Y'all remember that? That was a ways back, but the episode is up, and I did enjoy getting there. But these lands, yeah, we basically, as we traveled down to get here, we basically just ran as quickly as we could and dodged everything we could. Now, is this the watch post? Let's see, do we have any rings popping up? As we approach it. Discovered Errolsmead Tower. Okay. Nope, but it looks like that is definitely a travelogue entry. So we will take care of that now as well. Errolsmead Tower, a great tower of questionable purpose, standing tall in its watch over Errolsmead. Okay, that should get the travel log out of the way. Let us continue down. Where would we go now? He said a watch post over the Parth Celebrant. Well, it looked like there was a little road, a little path leading up this way. Could that be the watch post? Let's try it. If going to the tower didn't accomplish, let's see what this leading over here looks like leading over to these ruins does. Do we have a watch post over here? I didn't even see this. No, not that I can see. Just more plains goats. Lots and lots of plains goats. Ooh, I remember that over there. Yeah, we came down. I'm thinking we came down this way, a different route. We certainly didn't take this right-hand path when we were here. Yeah, we certainly didn't take this path when we came down with Glennoran. We came down that path. We stuck to the river and approached this area from the north here. And I am thinking that is probably where the encampment is. You see that town over here, the old ruined city with all the Gondorian architecture that is sitting right over here at the river. I am thinking that is probably where the outpost is. I seem to remember running into Rohirrim whenever we were over here. So let's see if Surdik might be there at the Parth Celebrant. Yep, now entering. We have the anniversary festival coming up. I believe it comes on the 19th, if I believe, so it should be starting in 2 days. Is that correct? Today's the 16th, it'll be starting in 3 days. So the anniversary festival will be taking place, the 11th anniversary. I have a hard time believing I've been playing this game for over a decade now. Playing this for 11 years. That is, yeah, Celebrant Brigands. That is quite the mind blower in my book to sit there and think about that. It's like, really, I've been here 11 years. Now, I'm thinking this is probably a brigand camp because the architecture in it does not look nearly as good as to be Rohirrim. Even the shabby kind of Rohirrim buildings up that way. Yeah, this is definitely with the tattered banners and everything. That is definitely a brigand outpost, I believe. Or something of that ilk. Let's continue on up this way. Yep, I remember crossing that. See all the architecture there. That was my first inkling that as we approached Gondor, we might see stuff a lot more like what you see with Parth Celebrant Explorer, the Ost Celebrant. And we've got a lot of unrepentant soldiers ahead of us. For some reason, I'm thinking that is probably not the way we need to go. I don't think that we should have been running into a bunch of unrepentant soldiers along the way. We're going to get over here. We're going to make a travelogue entry for the Parth Celebrant. And this is going to be a travelogue type of day today, isn't it? All right, we will see you again in just a moment. Ost Celebrant. Ost Celebrant was once a great fortress of Gondor before it fell to the treachery of Oathbreakers. Now it houses the shades of the betrayers and their evil allies. And we are back, and no closer to finding this Surdik guy. So, let's see if maybe his encampment lies further up this way on the northern side. This is the approach I took whenever I came this way with with Glennoran. We were coming in on this side. Yeah, you see these? These look like the tombs. The tombs, the houses of the dead that we saw whenever we were in Numenos, for instance. Good deal of kind of a mixture between Numenos and Gondor here. It's like the Numenorian architecture has not changed an incredible much for a long time. And as we pass through the marshes and through the goblins and all here, and the Grubogs, is this what we are looking for? I believe it may be. As soon as we take out this guy. Alrighty, dismount. Let's go after the snapper. Alright, y'all can come get some turtle soup. Keep telling y'all having problems with food, I will give you all the food you need here. Who's attacking us now? Is it that? It's the Grobog worker. What are you doing fighting us from way out there? You people just ain't got no sense. You know that? Y'all really. You ain't got the sense that the Valar gave a bug. Y'all can have that one too if you want it. Okay, where am I? I am in the Rush Gore. I got Relic Masters, but I do not see any Everett's task boards. I do not see anybody here who meets the description of Surdik. So, how did y'all draw the short straw and not get a real town to live in? Let us continue. I am thinking we have probably come too far. Let's look at the description again right quick. Horn has given you a map of notable sites. What's it say? This map has been marked with locations of significance during the ancient battle. He thinks you might find help. People searching the battle 500 years ago where their Easterling ancestors were defeated. Mark the map. Bring it to Surdik on the road watch post in Parth Celebrant. Alright, we're in Parth Celebrant, so we've got to find the road watch post, which I would have swore was that tower, but apparently not. So, where are we at as far as road-wise? Yeah, let's head on back, join up with the main road again, and then we will head north and see if we can find this watch post that they're wanting us to find. Obviously not in the marshes. And it looks like we've taken out the ones. Yep, we're back in the Parth Celebrant now. Looks like we've taken out the ones who were close enough to the road to cause us no small headache there. And we will head to the north along the main road once more. Celebrant Brigands. Y'all are getting annoying. Now, I think this is the main road. Is that the outpost? Is this you? Healers. Edmar. Discovered Edmar's camp. Well, we are definitely making enough entries today, aren't we? Okay, since we got the discovered, I got a pretty good feeling that this right here will be a area as well. So let's take a look at it while we're at it. This is the camp of the Rohirrim warden Idmar. Another one knocked down. Apparently the Celebrant Explorer deed is going to be full of little things like that. Heading further north, getting past all the brigands here. It's starting to remind me of being up in Angmar, where you had the forces in Angmar that would wander right up to the road anytime you were going along. It's nice to have something where it's I've said you used to get that in the old world. You used to get that in the all the Angmar, all the Eriador stuff. But whenever they brought in the kind of the new experience and they eased things up, they eased up a lot there on the. Oh, we got some rings. They eased up a lot on all the mobs along the road. They moved them much further away from the path. Yep, there we go. Let me see where we are. We are right up there at that area. So those little building things. We got one more apparently to find right up yonder. Okay, so it looks like we have finally come down to Cerdic. We are going to talk to him. Let's grab the stable master here. There, this Parth Celebrant's travel location, and we've got roads back to Thingglad, Stangard, and the Rushgore. Okay, good. You look a little rough there, pal. You don't look like you're living nearly as well as Horn is over yonder. You might want to have a talk with him about that. Let's come over here. Let us talk to Cerdic. We don't have a travel location here, do we? Nope, it doesn't have us any you have discovered, so that is good. Let us talk to Cerdic right quick. And then I am thinking that may be the end of our little adventure this morning. Chapter 9, Ancient Battlefield. You are a ways from home, Gnarlo. This field of Celebrant was the site of a great battle 500 years ago, where my ancestors rode to the aid of the Steward of Gondor against an invading Easterling tribe. Ah, you have met Horn. You must already know of this battle, then. He is a young man, but he has an old man's fascination with history, and is perhaps too keen to speak of the past to anyone who will listen. He said too much to Theoden King, they say, and earned himself a place here at the garrison. I have been here much longer than Horn, I regret to say, and me with 3 daughters left behind in Rohan. It has been too long since I could send word to them. My wife worries. She always has. I wish I were there to console her. She worries, you know. Oh, I am sorry. You are not interested in my own travails. Horn gave you a map. Let me see it. Yes, I have already sifted through most of these locations. Let me mark these 3 for you. Examine those sites, and perhaps you will find something of use to us. That we can certainly do. Sift through the debris beside the bridge. Sift through the debris at the arrow-riddled patch of ground. Sift through the debris by the base of the crumbled pillar. All right, that we can do, and that we will do next time when we come back. And we continue on from the Parth Celebrant map location here. All right. Hope you all have had a good one. Hope you enjoy it. Remember that the anniversary celebration is coming up. I am going to see if I can't get... I am working days this week, so I'm actually off on all the afternoons and evenings. Although that does mean that since I'm working days, I'm having to be at work at 7 in the morning. And that just does not suit me. That is something I haven't done for almost 30 years now. I got my first night shift job when I was 22, and shortly after that, I became a night shift only worker, so it has been around 30 years that I have worked night shifts. So this once a week when I have to get up and work day shifts really takes its toll on me. But the upside of that is I will be off every afternoon or every evening from 5 o'clock on for the rest of this week. So we are going to see if we can get a couple more of these up. We're going to see if we can get a couple more of the LOTROs up and see if we can finish up a couple other things like my Doom board game playthrough. So we will talk to you then. Have a good one. Remember the anniversary festival. As I said, I think it starts on the 19th, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.